Welcome to Football Face Off, our brand new show on Football Daily where we debate the biggest issues in the beautiful game, but you guys at home get to decide who wins. And this week I'm joined by Patrick Van Straten of Euro Football Daily fame.
Hello.
And Ginger Joe of Normal Football Daily fame. And this week we're going to be debating whether the English Premier League is the best league in the world. Who's arguing for and against?
I'm arguing for, of course.
And I'm against, obviously.
Wow, it's going to get pretty heated. Look at that tension already, you could feel it. So round one is the 30-second round. It's a very literal round where they have 30 seconds to talk about their topic, and you guys at home get to decide who wins at the end by voting in the poll card in the top left. So kicking things off is going to be Joe. Off you go, mate. You excited?
Very, very excited.
Got the stopwatch. Look like a knob, but got a stopwatch. So you ready?
Let's do it.
3, 2, 1. You're off, mate.
There are many different meanings to the word best. For me, it means the most entertaining, it means the most competitive, and for that reason, the Premier League is the best. It might not have the best quality. I'm not going to argue that point. Of course, Barcelona and Real Madrid and Bayern Munich are better teams than any of the Premier League sides, but in terms of depth in the league and overall quality, the Premier League cannot be beaten. Liverpool finished 8th in the Premier League last season. Malaga finished 8th in La Liga last season. I think that effectively sums up the quality.
You're done, mate. You're done. Done. Cut him off. Rabbiting on. Malaga this, Malaga that. Shut up about Malaga, mate. And over to Patrick now for your 30 seconds. Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
He's so ready. Look at him. The heat is on. 3, 2, 1. He's off, mate.
As Joe says, the top teams are not in the Premier League. They are elsewhere. And if you want to see the best football in the world, don't watch the Premier League. People want to watch El Clasico. They want to watch Bayern play Dortmund. They don't want to watch Tottenham play Leicester. In the last 3 years, the Premier League has had 3 teams reach the quarterfinals of the Champions League. France have had 4 teams reach the quarterfinals in that time. Perfect. That is ridiculous. And whilst the Premier League's got a lot of money, everyone wants to go to Barca, Real and Bayern, not to Man United.
2 seconds he finished earlier. 2 seconds. You usually finish after 2 seconds, don't you, mate? Oh, it's a joke. He's cracked a joke on camera. He's done it. Insulted him. Sexual prowess. But it's not for me to decide who won. It's you guys at home who get to vote on this round. So vote in the top left or in the comments below. Now it's time for round 2. The challenge round, where these guys get to challenge each other by asking them a difficult question. And to kick things off, it's Patrick asking Joe a question. What is it, mate?
How can the Premier League be the best when it produces way less talent than all the other top leagues?
You've got 1 minute. You ready?
Yeah, let's have it.
Game on.
How can you say the Premier League produces less talent than all of the other top leagues? What a load of rubbish. The man who's about to move for £100 million produced by Manchester United in the Premier League. Gareth Bale, the current world record transfer, produced in the Premier League at Tottenham Hotspur. Cristiano Ronaldo, shaped and moulded into the player he is now at Manchester United. Luis Suarez goes to Barcelona, rips it up. Where was he mainly shaped? Where did he learn most of his trade? At Liverpool. Perfect. So to say the Premier League produces little to no talent is an absolute disgrace. And those are the top level players. A level down, let's look at some of the players that the Premier League have produced this season that have been unbelievable. Riyad Mahrez joins Leicester, changes the way he's played under Ranieri, absolutely fantastic. N'Golo Kante joins Leicester, goes under Ranieri's wing, has an amazing season, gets a €36 million move to Chelsea and is one of the best central midfielders in world football. So to say that Premier League produces less talent than any other league in terms of quality is absolute fucking horseshit, Patrick.
Oh, 1 minute exactly, mate.
Shit.
Boom,
Eat
game
it.
on.
Drink
Game
that,
on. Punctual.
Drink that f***er in.
Wow.
Drink that fucker in, my boy.
There it is. Local. Well, that was a great opening argument there, Joe, but what is your question for Patrick?
So my question for the man on my right is there any other league in world football that even comes close to the competitive nature of the Premier League?
You've got 1 minute, mate. Starting now.
Well, as Joe so boringly reminded us in the first round, there are loads of different definitions of the term best, and competitiveness isn't the only one. But actually, there's plenty of competition in other leagues. We hear about it in other leagues, we just don't pay attention to it. Barcelona lose to Celta, they lose to Real Sociedad, they lose to Athletic Bilbao, but Joe just doesn't pay attention because he only cares about Man United, because he's an idiot. There are 3 teams competing in Spain for the title every year, competing really closely. How often do you get 3 teams genuinely striving to win the Premier League title? How often does that happen? Barca won the title by 1 point last year, Juve won by 9, Bayern won by 10. Leicester won by 10 as well. So is the Premier League magically competitive? I really don't think it is. And if it is competitive, the reason is because it doesn't have any truly great clubs. Everyone's kind of so-so, everyone's mediocre, and there's nobody at the top of the tree. So you're just saying our league doesn't have any good players, doesn't have any good players, doesn't have any good teams, doesn't have any good managers.
And he's out.
Pipe down.
He's out. That's 1 minute.
That was a mess,
Wow.
mate. I've schooled you there.
That was all over the place.
That was all over the place at the end there. You said it yourself, mate.
I've made better arguments though, he's an idiot.
Well, unfortunately, I only remember the last 10 seconds because I've got a very short-term memory. Patrick, mate, what happened, mate? Claps at the end there.
It all went over the place.
Barely English. And at the end of this round, that's right, mate. At the end of this round, I get to decide who I thought had the best arguments and then award a little bonus. And I thought, you know where it's going, mate. It's going to Joe. He gets an extra 10 seconds in the next round, which is fan question. Ooh. And the fan question this week comes from JMatty01, who asks, who can convince a player to join more, Real Madrid or Manchester United? Same question to both of you. 30 seconds for you, Pato. 40 seconds for you, Joe. What a treat, mate. But to kick things off, it is Joe.
Right.
Are you ready?
Let's give it
40
a bash.
seconds.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, mate. Boom.
Right, let's take a look at the case of Paul Pogba right now. Forget the past, because Real Madrid are about to enter a transfer ban, aren't they, of course? So forget that question, almost you can write it off now, because in a year they won't be able to convince anyone to join. But right now, Paul Pogba will be joining Manchester United, and for the simple reason that they've outbid Real Madrid, because they've got more funds and they've got more pulling power right now. In the past, of course, Real Madrid, a super club, have had the ability to lure anybody they want, but with a transfer ban looming, it only goes one way, this question. How do you get around a transfer ban?
Didn't even need the bonus time. Only 33 seconds there, mate. Pato, what is your rebuttal, mate? 30 seconds starting now.
Well, it's interesting that Joe didn't actually answer the question. He just said that Man United could pay money for a player that Real Madrid can't. That's different from who could convince the player to join. Players want to go to Real Madrid. Paul Pogba actually wanted to go to Real Madrid, but he couldn't because they couldn't afford the money. And the transfer ban has nothing to do with convincing a player to join. It's just about whether you're allowed to sign a player. People want to go to Real Madrid. Let's check out Cristiano Ronaldo and Gareth Bale. They both chose to go there when Ronaldo could have stayed at Man United. Perfect. And Bale could go to Man United anytime he wanted.
You're done, mate. You're done. You're done. Wow. Some fierce debates there. Fierce. I would give it to Patrick personally, mate. I think you... What was that, mate? F***ing hell. That's an early yellow, mate. What is that? That's a yellow. That's a warning, mate. Telling me to f*** off after I put this outfit on and everything. Bloody hell.
Perfect.
Careful.
Perfect.
But it's not for me to decide who won that last round. Was it Joe or was it Patrick? Vote in the cards or in the comments. And now, ladies and gents, it's time for the final round. The free debate. 1 minute. Say whatever you want, within reason. Do not say the word no, because that is a straight red. I've got it right here. Straight red. Don't say it. Don't be a Also, yellow card. Any discrepancies? You've already had one. Don't have another one. Because if you get sent off, you can't talk in the free debate and you're basically going to lose the game. You ready?
I'm
Stakes
ready.
are high now, aren't they,
Ready.
lads?
Let's have it.
Stakes are really high.
Right.
And your 1 minute starts now.
Fight!
The Premier League doesn't even have a higher attendance than the Bundesliga. If the
What does
Premier
that
League's
mean?
so
It means
good,
fuck
Premier League's so good, then why isn't anybody going to watch it?
Because it's so watched on television. Everybody watches it all around the world. Africa, Asia, the whole of Europe watches the Premier League.
You can't
That's
even
why
watch
it's
it
got
in
the highest
England.
viewing figures.
You can't even watch it in
Of course
England
Of course
on a
you can.
Saturday. You can't watch the 3 o'clock games. How rubbish is that?
No, but
the
everybody
Premier League
else
doesn't give a
does,
shit
okay.
about any of their fans. It's rubbish, mate.
Of course they give a shit about the fans. It's just the viewing figures and the money talks,
piss
isn't
off
it,
the
at the end
FA.
of the day. Oh, f*** off, you melt.
Whoa! I'm going to pause the clock there. That's a second yellow, mate. F*** off, you melt.
That's harsh!
What do you think you're doing? F*** off, you melt.
How harsh?
That's 2 yellows. That's a red.
You're a dreamer.
Think about it.
Dreamer.
Think about what you've done. 30 seconds left, Patrick.
Dissent.
You ready? Just
Yeah.
enjoy it, mate.
Well, look, I mean, I do enjoy the Premier League. It's fine. I'm just saying it's not necessarily the best in the world. There's a lot of merit in other leagues. I don't think we even need to talk about which one is the best. I think that we can get different things from different leagues. But while we're talking about it, the Premier League has fewer goals a game than the Bundesliga or La Liga. And what I want to see is great goals from great players. I want to watch Lionel Messi. I want to watch Cristiano Ronaldo. And that's about it. So, sorry about that, Joe, but take a seat, mate.
Oh, it's game over. Game over, especially for you, mate. But it's not for me to decide, as always. It's for you guys at home. Vote in the top left or in the comments. Was it Joe or was it Patrick? It's for you to decide. We'll announce the winner on next week's show. And if you want your question featured on the show next week, please leave us a tweet or a comment and we'll give a prize for any that get read out. Please make them coherent though. I want to be able to read it out in one go, preferably. So Patrick, where should they go next, mate?
They should come over to EFD, give us a subscribe for loads of top 10s and great transfer chat from all around Europe's top leagues.
Or they can stay here, can't they, Joe?
They can indeed. We've got loads of viral footy news. We've got winners and losers and your favourite 11s right here. So make sure you subscribe to us.
It's all football. It's all football. You're going to love it either way. And we'll see you next week for more big debates. Bye. Bye.